Hello, I'm DM Wisdom.
And I'm DM Zoth.
And today on Agranak Studios, we take a look at the One Ring starter set.
Let's get to it!
Alright, let's see here. It's gonna come out eventually. Alright. Cool stuff on the inside here. Acts as a Game Master screen with like die roll results, modifiers, and quick charts and all that. Dice.
I like that black and red one.
Yeah, these are the J.R.R. dice is what they're called.
And then some white dice, yeah?
Yep, white dice here. And of course, the printer, as many people know, actually messed up on this die.
How's that?
Yeah, there's 11, and there is not a 1. So the 11 was supposed to be the 1. It's supposed to go from 1 to 10. And then you have the Eye of Sauron here, and also the Gandalf. It's actually a Fehu rune, the Gandalf rune here.
So the printer f***ed up. Now what?
Well, I think those that were part of the Kickstarter are able to actually get replacements, but not for me because I got it after the fact.
Oh, bummer for you.
Yeah, kind of a bummer for me. But I have to say that I actually don't prefer these dice.
Oh, yeah? Why not?
Well, I actually found these original from the first edition of the game, and I just think they show up better.
Yeah, I can see that, for sure.
They're bold, they're to the point, and these actually have kind of a pink, I don't know, just like a tinge to them, where these are like bone color.
Yeah, I really like the original as well, actually.
There's the original with the Eye of Sauron and then the Gandalf rune right there. I don't have much negative to say about this starter set, but that is one thing, is just the dice. The original dice are just so much better, in my opinion. Other things we have here, item cards, weapons,
Armor, leather shirt.
great shield, spear, mail shirt, bow, axe. And it has the stats on the other side as well for quick reference.
Yeah, it's convenient.
Comes with a little game catalog. Right here we have these cards that are actually woven. You don't actually get to use these cards in this game.
Why were they included?
Well, I think it's because that they wanted to maybe give you a leeway into their main game, into the actual One Ring RPG. But at any rate, you don't need these for the starter set. So, yeah.
All right, into the books. What do we got here? The rules.
Yep. Let's take this out. So this is an abbreviation of all the rules with amazing artwork throughout. I really love the layout. Some people have said between first edition and this second edition that they didn't like the art. The first edition was really colorful, where this is more old world-ish, which really gives a great feeling to the game for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
That's the rules. It has your basic rule set. Actually, let's see how many pages are in this. 24 pages for the rules. Quick and easy. That's a lot shorter than, let me grab on my shelf here. This is the actual One Ring game. And this is the special collector's edition that I was able to get. This has a total, not including the index, 237 pages. So, quite a bit different.
Definitely more to the point with just 24 pages.
Yeah, it's true. This right here, this book hard to get out here. This book is actually a crowning achievement for the starter set. I think this book right here about the Shire is worth the price of the box set.
Yeah? And how much is it going for?
It's going for about $50 retail price.
Oh, it's kind of steep.
Yeah, but I think it's worth it. I really do. And just for this book alone. This book has 52 pages. So,
So you think it's worth $1 a page?
well, there's other things that you get in here, obviously. I really just think that the Shire book, I sat down, read it from cover to cover, and it's just got so much good stuff in here. And I don't know. I have an affinity for hobbits.
Oh, do you? And why is that?
Well, they're freaking hobbits. That's why. Just amazing. I think that they're humble. It's what you want. I don't know. I guess it's just what I want out of life is everything that a hobbit is. Leisureliness, getting drunk, eating, smoking a pipe, and being leisurely in your armchair.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I see you around here doing that a lot, actually.
So, yeah. At any rate, great stuff in here. I can't talk any more highly about this because, again, it's worth it. I would pay $50 for just this book. I know that sounds crazy, but it's so well presented, so well written. Every single place you really get into the nitty gritty of the land of the Shire.
All right, very cool. Very cool indeed.
And great pieces of big art that go across 2-page spreads. Great stuff.
Now, when is this set? What's the actual setting here?
The setting's actually between the events of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings.
All right.
This is actually really for me the point of the video today is to kind of go over the adventures, but let's see what else is in this box.
Yeah, let's see it. What do you got there? A map?
Yes, I do. Amazing map of the area. This is Eriador. And here's the Shire right here in the center. So, great map. And this is a 2-sided map, which is actually something that I didn't like. That's, I would say, probably the only other thing that I did not like about this presentation was that the map was 2-sided. I would rather it have been 2 separate maps because I would love to actually frame these. I know that they have a tapestry version of these, but I would really have loved to frame these guys up on the wall. They're just stupidly beautiful maps, and I really want to redo my own world map in kind of this styling. It's just really well done.
I really like the colors and the layout, especially for the Shire, which is supposed to be, happy-go-lucky, nice little place. Bunch of goddamn leprechauns.
They're not leprechauns, they're hobbits.
Yeah, whatever.
So I love these pre-generated characters here. You get your choice between Drogo, Primula, Rorimac, Esmeralda took, Paladin took the second, Lobelia Bracegirdle, excuse me, and also later you could choose Bilbo and Balin, the dwarf. So it's not all hobbits.
Yeah, that's nice. I like dwarves. They're kind of badass in most games.
But this just gives you a basic background. Rorimac here and has stuff you can read there, as well as on the other side is the actual character sheet. So with this dice rolling system, and I don't want to use these dice just because, man, I just don't like them at all. I just don't. So let's use these.
I'm glad you got a negative opinion. Most of the time, it's just good stuff.
Yeah, well, there's only a few things that I don't like about role-playing games usually. But anyways, I'm going to use these old school dice, these first edition dice. So let's say, for instance, that you wanted to make a insight check. I guess I'll have to use this other die because he's skilled at it, and that's what this means right here. So you use 2 of these dice, and he's got a skill of 2, or forget what these are called. Whatever. He's got 2 in his skill, so he only rolls 2 6-siders. So if you're actually skilled at it, like trained at it, then you would roll 2 of these and take the best, kind of like advantage. And so he needs to meet or beat this target number, 13, in order to do the skill. So if he's doing an insight check, he's going to take the 10 instead of the 4. So 10, we got 15 on the board, so that is a success.
Oh, I see. That's pretty simple. So your target number's always in front of you.
It's true. The target number is always in front of you. If you wanted to do, say, a riddle check, and that's just using your words in any way, shape, or form. You could do it in conversation or anything like that. You need a 13 or more. He's got a 3 in that. So you always roll this 12, and you would roll 3 6-siders, and you're trying to get 13 or more. So let's see what we got here. That's a 5, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus, I got this T rune. It's an elven rune, which basically means that it's another level of success. If you get 1 of these, it's a great success, I believe, or a better success. And then if you get 2 of those, then it's like a superior or greater success. So it's just that much better. So there's like levels of success instead of just making it. You're asking your players when they roll if they're getting these T marked ones. So, and then on the 12-sider, and we'll go with the one that people will actually get. If you get the Gandalf rune here, that's an automatic success no matter what your skill dice come up as. So automatic is like a natural 20, in fact, to put it in D&D terms. And then on the other side is a Eye of Sauron. If you get that, it's treated as a 0 unless you are weary. And if you have the condition of weary, and I believe also wounded, then not only is that a 0, but any of these dice that come up 1, 2, or 3 are not counted when you roll.
Oh, shit. That's pretty f***ed up.
Yeah, well, it definitely brings out the nastiness of all things. So if you were weary while using Rorimak, and say you were using your sword, you have 2 of these 6-siders and your 12-sider here. You'd roll those, and if you were weary, you would not count that. So you got a 6, more than likely. Actually, that is a failure because you need a 14 or more in order to hit whatever it is. So you're just fumbling all over the place.
Oh, wow. That's pretty brutal. So you don't want to get weary, that's for sure.
That's true. You don't want to get weary. So I had the opportunity to actually play through the very first adventure. And let's look at the adventures here. Here's the adventure book. And in this adventure book, we have, I believe there's 5 adventures. Well, it doesn't have a table of contents. It is a smaller book, so I don't think you really need a table of contents.
Well, it would have been nice.
Oh, yeah? Do you have a problem with that?
Yeah, kinda.
Well, get over it.
Ah, you.
All right. So, a conspiracy most cracked, expert treasure hunters, most excellent fireworks, involuntary postman, and to soothe a savage beast. Those are, I think that's five.
Yeah, you can count, can't you?
Yeah, I think that's five. So, and it takes you all over the Shire. So, when I played A Conspiracy Most Cracked, the basic premise is that Bilbo wants all the adventurers who happen to be related to each other to go from Bag End. You actually meet in Bilbo's house, which is pretty awesome. And you go from there, you take kind of a shortcut, and you end up and actually, oh, that's interesting. I never saw this before. In this inside box, it shows you in white, like this says, a conspiracy most cracked. Expert treasure hunters is right here. So it kind of shows you your path that you will take, which is pretty rad, actually. So, anyways, I never noticed that before.
Ah, look at you, observing.
Yeah. So, anyways, you start off at Bag End, Bilbo's house, and you take this path around and you come all the way through Waymeet and you end up at Mickle Delving, which is where the adventure MacGuffin is at, which is a map that Bilbo's great grandfather, I believe, drew and annotated and all that stuff. And basically, you have to go in there and steal kind of what's rightfully his and bring it back. Now, a lot of the negative things that I'm hearing about the starter set is that when you think of Lord of the Rings, you think of grandiose, just amazing, epic adventure.
Oh yeah, Gandalf and Balrogs and Saruman, orcs and Uruk-hai. Yeah, it's pretty damn epic.
It's true. But this is kind of like, for lack of a better way to say it, it's like playing house.
Oh my god. Really? Like playing with dolls and shit like that?
Kind of, yeah. It's just low key, and I have to say that even with some of the games, some of my most memorable games that I've had has been with zero level characters in Dungeons and Dragons.
So that's what you're playing here is zero level? Kind of a nonchalant way of being really lame?
No, it's not like that.
So it's just you playing with dolls with your sister or something?
Well, I have to say I did used to do that, but she made me. She was older.
All right. Okay, I see where we're going here.
Well, to me, the hobbits and the dwarves are probably the most beloved things to me about the world that J.R.R. Tolkien created. And so being able to play a hobbit is amazing for me and really fun. It's not for everyone. I have to say, it is not for everyone, but it's definitely for me and something that is fun and to the point. It's not as adventurous as starting off like fifth edition D&D is just you start as a hero. You start as like Iron Man, for crying out loud, like Thor from Marvel and all of that. You start with that kind of power, at least from how I see things. With this, you really feel like doing mundane things like thieving and all of that, not getting caught by a small barking dog, is actually can get your heart rate up and can make it very exciting when you don't have the skills to match epic things.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. So, because you're shitty at doing everything, that pouring a glass of milk is a feat of awesomeness.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's roll your athletics to see if you can pour that glass of milk.
All right. You know what? Just for the amusement, let's do that here. So I have a 1. Rormac has 1 skill die, and so you always roll the 12. Let's see what happens. I have Sauron and a 1.
You dipshit. You spilled the milk. You are a dipshit.
Yeah, well, whatever. At any rate, um, so I love this game. I love the box set. I really love the actual main game system, and the rule set is just wonderful. I would say that again, just for this book, this awesome map, it's worth the price. And then the adventures are great for getting you into the idea of a laid back Hobbiton, the Shire experience.
Yeah, I could see how certain people would be really into that. It's not necessarily combat focused, but it has a lot of role playing possibilities.
That's right. And it really is all about role play. Get this if you're into role playing, if you're into simplicity, simplicity of, how about like a simple setting, a setting that you know.
And you've experienced, at least in the movies. It's good to do that.
Yeah, and I had the same sort of experience with Star Wars, the role playing game, which is a game that I played the shit out of when I was a kid.
Nice.
So that's it for the One Ring starter set. Cool, awesome presentation.
Has a lot of role playing potential.
Yes, it does. The dice suck. I wish that the map were individual.
Yeah, I would have preferred that too. But other than that, just an amazing presentation. Really gives you the feel of being in the Lord of the Rings world of Middle Earth.
Thanks for stopping by.
Later. All right, do this and do that and do this and do that. And watch this video.